Hi, and welcome, John Morris Show on a Friday. Hey, glad you're with us wherever you're tuned in, whenever you're tuned in. We are live 9 to 10 a.m. Central Time every weekday, but also archived and available any time of the day that might or evening that might fit your schedule better. We're on YouTube, we're on Facebook, we're on X, live and archived. So check it out, subscribe, and like if you're so inclined, and we would appreciate that. But great to have you with us, however you have found us, and it is a Friday. And I was telling Brandon and Garrett when we came in, Brandon says, Happy Friday. And I said, it is a Friday. Like this time of year, for me, Friday kind of means something, and because during the school year, you know, a lot of times it's well, for the most part, it's 6-day work weeks and hopefully Sundays off. But this time of year, you know, there's no games, no events going on right now. So Friday means headed into the weekend. And actually, we get some Fridays off, or take some Fridays off in June and July, and we're almost there. So happy Friday to everyone who is tuned in. Garrett, happy Friday to you.
Happy Friday to you as well.
Yeah. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And when you strolled in,
Yeah.
I saw you walking up, and I'm
Shorts.
like, wait a minute. J-Bo's got on shorts. And then it triggered this memory. So I remember we were at the radio station.
Yeah.
We were I believe Linda had just been hired.
Okay.
Or she was fairly, and you were like, I remember I had to go over to their house for something, and I went, and I get there, and it was like on a weekend or something. And you were like, oh my gosh, I'm in shorts. And you were nervous about going over there in shorts and meeting them. That was
President Livingstone. Yes. That's right. That's right. That was during COVID.
Was it COVID? Okay.
Yes. And well, I think it was. And I had just become very casual and went to her house to do an interview, to set up there to do an interview. Yep. And I'm standing at the front door, and I'm wearing shorts and a polo shirt. And I thought, I should have dressed up a little bit more for President Livingstone. That's funny. That. You remember that.
I remember that. That was hilarious.
Funny. Because that hit me, and it was too late to do anything about it. And I just walked in like I was going to a summer barbecue at the Livingstones.
That's funny.
That is funny. That's nice that you remember it. But yes, shorts today. You can't tell under the set here, but shorts today, and it's getting to be that kind of weather also. Isn't it 93, I think, in Waco today?
It was hot yesterday.
Yeah, it really was. It really was. Got steamy. So what I like to do, the normal schedule, if we're not traveling, is Friday off, and I mow today. Like I'll finish here at 10 o'clock, got a couple of stops, and then back home and mow, and I get it done on Friday. Then that gives you the whole Friday evening, all day Saturday, all day Sunday, church on Sunday. But norm would be mowing on Friday when I can to get it done. I like doing that. Getting it done.
It makes sense.
Yeah. So
get it out of the way.
So that is the plan for today, and all that to say happy Friday to you. And I know a lot of people, like, Friday probably means different things to different people. Some people work a schedule where they work through the weekends, on a regular basis. When I was at Channel 10, when I started there, I was worked weekends. Obviously, I was low man on the totem pole, and I was off on Mondays and Tuesdays. And I always thought, this isn't bad. I'm off, when everybody else is dreading Monday going back to work. And it really wasn't bad. And I did that for several years, and then got put on more of a Monday through Friday schedule. But I do know that some people, Friday just is another day in the work week and not necessarily a day where you can try to slip out early and start your weekend early. All right, we are brought to you by Alliance Bank Central Texas and by the Brazos Landing. We got a big lunch plan next week. I think next Thursday is the date. We're going to get our group together and kind of honor Hoot Johnigan as he steps into retirement. And I left it up to Hoot. I sent a group text around, hey, what day works good? We settled on the day. And I said, Hoot, you choose the location. And he said, well, of course, the Brazos Landing. And I said, all right. And everybody in our group would agree with that. So that's coming up next week. We look forward to that, getting together to recognize Hoot as he steps into retirement. Incidentally, Hoot retiring, Brittany Sneed-Newman not really retiring, but stepping away from coaching after 23 years. I think Glenn Moore is very close to hiring some new assistant coaches. And it's kind of new for Glenn because there's been so much stability in the program. He hadn't had to do this much, but I think he's very close. And watch for that announcement. Could be as early as later today or maybe the first of next week. But that is coming, and I think it's going to be really, really good news. Big shoes to fill, certainly with Baylor softball on that staff. But Glenn has worked very hard, and I think has a really good bead on who he wants to make up his staff. All right, that's softball, and the Women's College World Series continues. Texas Tech with the win yesterday. Garrett, how about that? A run rule win over Mississippi State. They looked to me like, now it was Najvar Kennedy, and she pitched really well, but an 8-0 5-inning run rule. It just looked like those teams were, Texas Tech has been there, and they were very comfortable, and Mississippi State was just kind of feeling the jitters of being on that big stage.
No, that's definitely what happened. And just having the success last season that they've had, also think being tested down the stretch a little bit, going back to that Baylor loss. We talked about that. They kind of amplified them and let them know not to take anything for granted. So, yeah, it was – I think you're going to see Texas Tech make a nice run. I think they're going to be back in the World Series championship. But Najvar is just special.
Oh, man. She was great yesterday, and Tech was impressive in a win, 8-0 win. They will now get a day off today with the win. They stay in the winner's bracket, and they will play Tennessee in the Battle of the Oranges yesterday. Tennessee beat Texas 6-3. They were really impressive. This pitcher Pickens, have you seen her for Tennessee?
I have not seen her.
She is watch a Tennessee game, especially if she's pitching. She's one that I think has touched 80 on the radar gun.
Ooh.
Now 70 in softball is equivalent to 100 miles an hour, right?
Yeah.
And she has, maybe I'm exaggerating, but I know mid-70s she's been clocked at with her pitches, which would be 110, 115, the equivalent in baseball, which is just unbelievable.
That's insane. And like trying to hit, I wonder if that's a rise ball. Like, I'm no part of that. I don't know.
Exactly. And so they are really good. And Tennessee got the win over Texas yesterday. 6-3 was that final score. The other games from last night at the Women's College World Series, Alabama beat UCLA 6-3. And Nebraska walk-off win over Arkansas. That was a great game, 10-inning walk-off win for Nebraska. So the losers bracket games today, 2 elimination games. 2 teams will be sent home today. It's Mississippi State versus Texas. And then following that, UCLA versus Arkansas. And then the winners bracket games tomorrow, Tech versus Tennessee, Alabama versus Nebraska. And it was pretty cool to watch. I watched, it was on in my office all day yesterday, but I kind of keyed in more on the Tech game. But to see the crowd there, now that's Oklahoma City, it's Devon Park. And this is a World Series without Oklahoma and without Oklahoma State. And they were hanging from the rafters yesterday. I mean, it was completely packed at Devon Park. Really shows the draw of softball and those teams, and just how the sport of softball has grown in fans' eyes. So really fun to see. 2 more games tomorrow, then 2 winners bracket games coming up tomorrow. What you got?
So
yes.
Let me get it on here. Steve Campbell says, just announced on Facebook, Jenny Fuller and Brad Fuller. I'm assuming that is for the staff.
Yes, that would be Steve. Breaking news.
There
Steve Campbell. Where's our news sounder?
I don't have
Steve Campbell. Breaking news on a Friday morning. Okay. I said it could happen today, and apparently that's happened. So if it's out there, it's okay for us to talk about. Thank you, Steve. So Jenny Isham Fuller pitched at China Spring and MCC and Baylor. And Brad Fuller is from China Spring also. Obviously, the two are married. They have been head coach, Jenny the head coach, Brad the assistant coach at Northwestern State, Glenmore's alma mater. And they are coming to Baylor. So they are the 2 new assistant coaches at Baylor for Baylor softball. I've got to attribute it to Steve Campbell. So Steve Campbell reporting that Jenny Fuller and Brad Fuller will make the staff fuller at Baylor softball. So there's the news there, and I think two great hires. The other interesting sidelight to that was Ty Moore, Coach Moore and Janice's son, was an assistant, maybe a volunteer assistant on that Northwestern staff last year. And so what does this mean for Ty? Does he come along also and come back home here? So there's the news on Baylor softball, and that's great news. And congratulations to Coach Moore filling those vacancies. Thanks for that, Garrett. Appreciate it. And thanks to that, Steve.
You're welcome. Thanks, Steve.
Very good. Way to go, Steve. All right, that is softball. Baseball regionals beginning today around the country. Let's do this. Let's take a break and be back with that right after a break. Also coming up, what's today? May 29th. Okay. So I thought anniversaries this time of year, historic anniversaries, Baylor baseball, Baylor softball. Oh, here's a couple for Baylor softball. May 28th, 2017 was the date Baylor softball beat Arizona in the third and final game of a super regional on their home floor in Tucson and went to the Women's College World Series. Huge win, huge breakthrough win for Baylor softball. I say breakthrough. They'd been to the World Series before, but to win over Arizona on their home field was just huge. So that was one anniversary. The other one that I'll always remember, and I think I mentioned it yesterday, is May 31st, 2014. Baylor had that comeback for the ages to beat Kentucky at the Women's College World Series, down 7-0, scored 3 runs in the 6th, 4 in the 7th, and then a run in the 8th to win it 8-7 and advance. Biggest comeback in Women's College World Series history. And that was May 31st, 2014. So what we have coming up later in the hour, 2 members of that team will join us to talk about that comeback. Jordan Strickland, Oestreich, will join us. And then Holl, Najvar will join us. Members of that team, key members of that team that had the biggest comeback in Women's College World Series history. It was 12 years ago this Sunday. So we've got that coming up in the hour. We'll take a break and be right back. We are brought to you by the Brazos Landing and by Alliance Bank Central Texas. That is your Central Texas business bank. Voted by Forbes 2025 Best in State Bank. 7 convenient locations around Central Texas to serve you better. 7 convenient locations. Also available on the web at alliancebanktexas.com. Take a break. Be right back. John Morris Show on a Friday. We'll be right back.
Morrison's Gifts, Waco's oldest family-owned gift store, wants to ask a question to the guys out there. Don't you just love gift giving? Does John Hart, Consuela, or Jellycat mean anything to you? If not, at Morrison's, we have your answers and your back. For 47 years, we have guided men and you ladies through the trauma of selecting the right gift for the right person. Come and see us at 4312 West Waco Drive in the Brazos Square Center, close to Jason's Deli. That's Morrison's Gifts, owned by a proud Baylor Bear.
Enjoy a quiet atmosphere with beautiful river views at the Brazos Landing, located in Waco along the Brazos River across from McLean Stadium. Enjoy homemade dishes like shrimp and grits, chicken piccata, braised short ribs, prime New York steaks, and more. Plus, enjoy a delicious dessert like creme brulee or key lime pie. Open for lunch and dinner Tuesday through Sunday. Brazos Landing in Waco, the only place where I-35 and the Brazos River meet.
Being stuck on the side of the road is stressful no matter what time it is. Tow King is here to help. A locally owned and operated family-run business, Tow King offers 24-hour emergency roadside assistance with trained operators and high-caliber equipment for damage-free towing. Tow King of Waco is a company you can count on. Call Tow King the next time you need help. Check them out on Facebook, and remember, slow down or move over.
It's the premier charity event of the year, the 2026 Central Texas Cattle Barons Ball, presented by Ascension Providence. A fun evening filled with great food and drink, dancing, a spectacular auction, and more. This year's theme is Nashville Nights, Neon Lights, and Bullfights. Get your tickets now, donate, or be a sponsor. Help support the American Cancer Society to find a cure. The 2026 Central Texas Cattle Barons Ball, October 24th at MCC Highlander Ranch. For more information, go to CentralTexasCattleBaronsBall.org.
Alliance Bank Central Texas understands that banking is about people. From first accounts to business growth, they actively partner with Central Texas businesses and families to help meet their financial goals. A variety of online products and services make banking easy without compromising the personalized banking experiences they are known for. Customer-focused banking isn't just what they do, it's who they are. Alliance Bank Central Texas, serving Central Texas across 7 convenient locations and at alliancebanktexas.com. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
Welcome back, John Morris Show on a Friday. Pleased you're with us today from the TFNB studios on historic Elm Avenue. And we're also brought to you by Kish's Complete Car Care Center. Great to be live from Kish's earlier this week. I think that was Wednesday we were there, and just great to see how well that business is run. If you have an issue with your vehicle, that's the place to go. Give them a call, set up an appointment, or just stop by. They've got that covered parking up front. They've got a shuttle service if you need to leave your car and need a ride back home or to work or to be picked up. I think Wesley Warwick told us if you're gone on vacation, leave your car there. They'll do the work. They'll bring it back, and it's sitting in your driveway when you get back from vacation. That's pretty good service. So that's what they offer at Kish's Complete Car Care Center, serving Waco drivers since 1998. Open Monday through Friday, 7:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. All right, baseball NCAA Regionals beginning today. Man, you could watch college baseball morning till night. I don't think they've started yet, but maybe about 11 a.m. Games will start, and they'll go late into the night, and you can just switch from game to game. Garrett, especially ESPN Plus, a ton of those games will be on there. There's going to be so many games.
This is one of my favorite times of year because of squeeze play.
That's
and
right.
You
Squeeze
can put
great.
up so many games. It just that is the best thing ever. This is one of my favorite times of year. I'll just sit and watch it all day long.
Yeah.
The one thing and this is going to sound, I am so devastated about this World Series, Shabo.
Oh, you are?
Yes. It's,
okay.
It almost feels blasphemous that LSU's not involved from my fan perspective.
I hear you.
And it is hard to grasp that we're having a World Series without them, but it's going to be fun. It's a lot of great matchups and some great regionals and stuff that we have.
Pretty unusual to not have your Tigers going.
Little disappointed this season.
I hear you. But so many other games. 6 Big 12 teams are involved. 2 are hosting. That is Kansas, and they've got one of the first games of the day. Kansas plays at noon Central Time against Northeastern. They are hosting a regional for the first time in program history. That is noon Central, and it's on ESPN Plus. West Virginia is also hosting, and they play at 4 o'clock our time against Binghamton, and that's on ESPN Plus also. Other Big 12 games today in the NCAA Regionals. Oklahoma State is in Tuscaloosa. They'll play USC Upstate at 1 p.m. on ESPN Plus. 5 o'clock Central Time, UCF at versus North Carolina State, and they are at Auburn, and that gets the ESPN2 treatment. So a lot of eyes on that one, UCF versus NC State. 6 o'clock tonight on ESPN Plus, Cincinnati versus Louisiana. That is in Starkville, Mississippi. And then 8 o'clock tonight, again on ESPN2 from Lincoln, Nebraska, Arizona State versus Ole Miss. So good luck to those Big 12 schools that are in action in NCAA baseball regionals around the country beginning today. And today's kind of the college baseball version of the Thursday and Friday basketball March Madness. So many games. and that squeeze play is really good. I like a good, 4 square multi-view on my TV. I may check that out today. So those games going on today. What else? The NCAA Track and Field Championships continue. Good day yesterday for Baylor Track and Field. It was Women's Day for the most part. Advancing in all 4 of the events she's entered in. Tariah Kelly in the 100, the 200, the 4x1, and the 4x4. She advances to tomorrow's action. And then the pole vault was competed yesterday and finished yesterday. Actually, 2 of Baylor's 3 female vaulters advanced to nationals. Molly Haywood and Tinley Kuhn both clear 14.6.5 and both advanced to nationals. Unfortunately, Alencia Lentz did not qualify to move on, but 2 of the 3 female vaulters are moving on to nationals, and the competition continues today and tomorrow from Fayetteville, Arkansas. All right, 99 days until kickoff now for Baylor football. If I can remember it, we'll count it down from here. Yesterday was 100 days out till the football season opener in Atlanta against Auburn. Now 99 days away. We've got a sit-down interview with Coach Dave Aranda, wrapping up the spring, heading into summer. That is available on Baylor Plus. If you are a subscriber to that, you can check it out there. If not, I think you can get a free trial. I think, like most streaming options, you can get a free trial and then check it out, see what's there, see what you like. But you could watch that sit down with Coach Dave Aranda. That is available there right now. Spurs won last night over the Oklahoma City Thunder, and so there will be a Game 7 in the Western Conference Finals. They go back to Oklahoma City, and winner take all. Game 7 tomorrow night. Winner advances to the NBA Finals to play the New York Knicks beginning next week. All right, as we mentioned, today or this weekend, an anniversary of sorts in Baylor softball history. The largest comeback in Women's College World Series history was Baylor coming from 7-0 down to beat Kentucky 8-7 in 8 innings. That was May 31st of 2014. We're going to visit with 2 members of that team that made that terrific comeback, one for the ages. We'll have that when we come back. Stay with us. John Morris Show, brought to you in part by Lake Waco Golf Club, a semi-private facility nestled along the north shore of Lake Waco, one of the few facilities in Texas to have a full 18-hole regulation golf course plus an executive 18-hole par 3 course. They've got a bar and a grill there that is open to the public. Great site, great views out there at Lake Waco Golf Club on the web, lakewacogc.com. Take a break. More of the John Morris Show presented by Alliance Bank Central Texas and by the Brazos Landing right after this.
The Pete Souza Show, Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. You want to talk NFL draft? I don't know. How about we get you Todd McShay? You want to talk Big 12? We can get you the commissioner. Somebody about the Cowboys? How about we have on the owner, Stephen Jones? Pop culture? Michelle Beadle. I mean, we will bring on the people that you want to hear from. And these people don't join us because of me. They join us because of you. You got to watch this show, okay? It's got everything you need. Sports, hijinks, laughs. Did I mention hijinks? We'll see you on the Pete Souza Show. Now, we are under the 365 Sports umbrella. Check it out. I'm wearing a Tulane shirt. No idea why.
It's the Pete Souza Show. Sports team.
Enjoy a quiet atmosphere with beautiful river views at the Brazos Landing, located in Waco along the Brazos River across from McLean Stadium. Enjoy homemade dishes like shrimp and grits, chicken piccata, braised short ribs, prime New York steaks, and more. Plus, enjoy a delicious dessert like creme brulee or key lime pie. Open for lunch and dinner Tuesday through Sunday. Brazos Landing in Waco, the only place where I-35 and the Brazos River meet.
Being stuck on the side of the road is stressful no matter what time it is. Tow King is here to help. A locally owned and operated family-run business, Tow King offers 24-hour emergency roadside assistance with trained operators and high-caliber equipment for damage-free towing. Tow King of Waco is a company you can count on. Call Tow King the next time you need help. Check them out on Facebook, and remember, slow down or move over.
It's the the premier charity event of the year, the 2026 Central Texas Cattle Barons Ball, presented by Ascension Providence. A fun evening filled with great food and drink, dancing, a spectacular auction, and more. This year's theme is Nashville Nights, Neon Lights, and Bullfights. Get your tickets now, donate, or be a sponsor. Help support the American Cancer Society to find a cure. The 2026 Central Texas Cattle Barons Ball, October 24th at MCC Highlander Ranch. For more information, go to CentralTexasCattleBaronsBall.org.
Alliance Bank Central Texas understands that banking is about people. From first accounts to business growth, they actively partner with Central Texas businesses and families to help meet their financial goals. A variety of online products and services make banking easy without compromising the personalized banking experiences they are known for. Customer-focused banking isn't just what they do, it's who they are. Alliance Bank Central Texas, serving Central Texas across 7 convenient locations and at alliancebanktexas.com. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
Trying to lay down the bunt with 2 strikes, and she does. And the ricochet out into right field, and the Bears win it with a walk-off. 8 unanswered runs in the last 3 innings.
What a great memory that is, courtesy of ESPN going back. That was May 31st, 2014. Baylor completed the comeback, the largest in Women's College World Series history, coming from 7-0 down to beat Kentucky on that play, 8-7. Ari Hawkins laid down the bunt. Caitlin Tooman scored from second base, the game-winning run. And it was such a great memory. Let's visit with a couple of women now that were on that team. Welcome in Jordan Oestreich, was Jordan Strickland. Hey, Jordan, good morning to you. How you doing?
Good morning, John.
Appreciate you being with us. So let's welcome in Holly Najvar. Holly Holl was on that team as well. Holly, good to see you.
Hi, good to see y'all.
Thanks for being with us. When you see that clip, you got a big smile on your face, I'm sure. What are your thoughts when you see that clip, Jordan?
Holly, you want to go?
Yeah, go.
I mean, sure. Honestly, when you asked us to do this yesterday, I had to kind of go back in my memory because it's one of those things that, stands out, but then like the specifics and the details, I was like, oh man, like, let me relive it for a little bit. So I've like been spending the morning, like watching the game and whatnot. But I mean, that game was crazy. Looking back on it, I remember at the end, I just had this like flood of emotions. I think I was crying. I'm not a crier. So I'm not even sure what I was feeling. So to see the replay just kind of brings back, the excitement and, just how fun it was to play, to be honest.
Yeah. Jordan, do you remember it like it was yesterday, or do you go back and watch it again to remind yourself?
Totally. It's funny how many people still comment on that game. And I'm like, it is over 10 years ago at this point. I even told my mom this morning, I was like, oh yeah, we're going to talk about Kentucky. And she was like, that is crazy. That game has stood the test of time. It's just a classic. And there was literally every emotion on the spectrum. My sister was like, I literally left the game. I was so sick of y'all. And so I think a lot of people felt that. And then, I mean, just, the ups and downs, and to come out on top was just amazing. Definitely a game you'll never forget.
Pretty cool. All right, take us in the dugout there. You're in Oklahoma City, and you're down 7-0 going to the 6th inning. I think you started the comeback in the 6th inning.
Yeah.
Holly, what was did y'all feel like you could come back? I think Nunley was the pitcher for Kentucky, and she was really good. What was the feeling in the dugout as you started the comeback?
I mean, I feel like there was always a chance, right? I think can't remember the exact conversations, but it's funny. I mean, not to answer your question specifically, but I remember more vividly earlier in the game, like in the earlier innings when, they were scoring all their runs and nothing seemed to be going well for us. And I remember we met in the circle. We were all out on defense, and I'm not sure exactly what I said, but it was along the lines of, guys, this is embarrassing. Like, can we get it together a little bit? But, as far as the comeback in the 6th inning, I mean, I think we're all just thinking, let's piece some stuff together. Like, everybody just get to the next at bat. And ultimately, I mean, really, that's what happened.
Jordan, is that the way you remember it?
Totally. I remember the seniors coming together because, I mean, at this point, Whitney was gassed. She had thrown the whole postseason. And so we were relying on, I remember Liz Paul having to come in the game, and she started crying on the mound. I don't know if you remember that, Holly, but at that point, the seniors kind of like got everybody together, like going into the dugout, and we're just like, hey, we're not going out like this. Even if we lose, we're not we're not we're going to put up a fight. And I remember Ty Moore, like 10 at the time, was like, no, we're going to win. We're going to win. Just like coach's kid in the dugout, little menace, but he couldn't let it go. And so I remember details like that, but the senior leadership was great. And then also just knowing Whitney obviously was amazing. And so to not have her in the circle and see the other pitchers come in, Heather, Liz, and then the seniors are, like Holly said, pass the bat. Like, it wasn't, Ari had a home run, but other than that, we were passing the bat, and that was really the success of the whole night, I would say.
Nice. So 3 runs in the 6th, then it's 7-3. Then at least Holly, like you said, y'all aren't embarrassed. 7-3. But then here comes the 7th inning, 4 runs to tie it and force extra innings. Then I'm guessing y'all are feeling good. You've got the momentum. You've tied the game going to the 8th inning. Holly?
Yeah, I mean, I think so in the 6th inning, right? Like, things are going slowly. And then now I think that thought of like, wait, like, there's a chance here. Like, this is legitimately, we could win this ball game. Yeah. And then I think I was watching it back, and then Ari hits her home run, and we're like, okay, wait. Now this looks familiar. Okay, now we can figure some things out. And I mean, then we tie it. Robin hits her double, and that would just, I mean,
oh my goodness.
I think that's when I got emotions. I was like, she was such a hard worker. So to see that pay off for her. And then, I mean, yes, by the 8th inning, now it's like, I mean, finish the job at this point, right? Like, we didn't do all this work for nothing.
Yeah. Jordan, there's had to be some key hits, key plays in there, right? In that comeback.
Oh, certainly. And I think about one of the highlights for me was Caitlin Tooman, Preble now, but she had been such a star all year, and she just hit a little bit of a slump in the World Series and was so defeated, so upset. I mean, you've worked forever to get to that point. And so to have her with her big double in the 8th inning and then come around and score the winning run was like such a highlight as a team and friend for her, and just the happy tears for her and the excitement. And I love, seeing the replay of her at the end of that game. I mean, it's just iconic and so special, similar to like what Holly was saying about Robin. Like, those are just 2 of the most deserving people to have such a big moment on a big stage.
So cool. Such a great comeback. The celebration was great to watch there. Isn't it fun to go back and watch that, and you see Lum come into the picture, and you just see all your teammates there, and young Ty, like you said, young Ty was in the dugout with you.
Yep.
Isn't that, what are those feelings that evokes for y'all, Holly?
It just brings back the memories. Life, it seems like a different life, right? It seems like a different time. I mean, we're all married now with kids, and I'm like, I don't feel as cool anymore. But to like relive and think about how, it used to be, and all those special people in that dugout, and how special that time was, to have those experiences. I mean, it's easy for me personally to maybe forget about it and they maybe compartmentalize, but golly, to remember and give it like some time, and you're like, wow, okay, we were great. And that was such a fun time.
That is fun. Jordan, any thoughts there?
Yeah, I just echo that. Like, it is a lifetime ago. Feels like a whole other person that was doing all that. But then you see, like you see the highlights, you're like, oh man, like it was such a fun, special time in my life. And it was really hard. We worked really hard. We, there were good days, bad days, but just to have memories like that, friendships, that you've taken from those teams and carried on with you into life I don't know. Baylor will always be special to me for those reasons, and just obviously Baylor softball, and just so fun to look back on and reminisce, and hopefully show my kids one day, like, look, I was cool at one point. I could do this.
Yeah.
Okay, both of you said you're not cool anymore. You are. You're still cool.
Thanks, John.
All right, the game, the winning play. Ari Hawkins is at the plate. She gets to a 1-2 count. And Coach Moore tells her to bunt again. She's got 2 strikes, but he gets her to bunt again. And we saw the play, bunts it up the first baseline. What were your all's vantage points on that play? As she bunted, throw either hit her, I think it hit her and then bounced into right field.
Yeah.
Holly, what was your vantage point for that play?
I mean, I think I probably saw the call of bunting with 2 strikes. I was like, okay, here we go. And then, in my mind, I was on deck. So in my mind, I'm like, okay, get it together, Holly. Like, get your mind right? Because I'm like, all right, your turn. And then to see it play out, and then hit off the the first baseman, second baseman, or area, or whatever had happened. And then, I just had a little bit of relief come from me, and then to see KK score, I'm like, oh, okay, this is happening. This is great. But if anybody's going to bunt like that on 2 strikes, it's going to be Ari, right? So,
Totally.
And that's much more new. So,
yeah, Jordan.
Yeah, I would say she'd been doing that all year. Like, that was Ari's MO. And then even that game, she was untouchable. She was the spark plug for that game. She was really the person that, she had great at bats all game. She had the home run to start the scoring. Like, she really was just a star. And so I wasn't shocked, but you for sure just kind of black out. Like, I think everything just went pandemonium. By the end of the game, the entire stadium was wanting the underdog win. They were wanting, the comeback. And I feel like you could not hear yourself think. It was so loud, just so exciting, all the craziness. But I think, you just black out a little bit and then you go celebrate. And it was great.
I think, what was probably going through Coach Moore's mind is like, okay, well, right, we have the momentum. We're not trying to get huge hits, but what has worked? The small ball, right? Just
get her to third. Yeah.
Why not change it now? So, and then just so happens it was on our side, and, error, and then we can score. But it was crazy.
Well, we're talking about that game, that play, and a huge comeback win. But this time of year, is it fun for y'all to remember, like the Super Regional? Y'all went to Athens, Georgia, and Georgia on their home field to get to the World Series. Do some of those memories, this time of year when the Supers are going on and now the World Series, those memories come flooding back for you, Holly?
Yes. Like I said, there's days I'm like, I used to be cool, but I'm not anymore. And this time of year, always, people come up to me and have conversations, or we could even be in a restaurant sometimes, and they'll overhear us talking about the world. You play in the World Series? I'm like, well, yeah. I may not look like it now, like I'm chasing around my kids like a crazy person, but yes. And then so just conversations, and getting to really feel that again in some sort, some fashion, and share that now with my kids. I have a 4-year-old, and he's old enough now. He plays baseball. So
nice.
Tried to play baseball, 4-year-old in baseball, whatever. But, now he gets it. And so we will pull up videos, and now he's sitting there watching softball with us. So to have it on all day long and all over the weekend, it's just fun to share that.
Definitely. I agree. This time of year is so much fun. All their hard work pays off. And the supers are so intense. The supers are, to me, almost harder than going to play in the World Series. Like, you're at the show when you're in OKC and you're like, you know what, we made it. We want to win, of course, but the goal has always been get to Oklahoma City. And the Supers, it's like your dreams are on the line, right? Like, your little girl that you were is like just so excited and wanting to play. And in Georgia, we were such an underdog. Like, nobody had chose us to win. And that was probably one of my favorite series of my entire career. Just the disbelief and the shock we caused for everybody was so much fun. And we knew we could do it. We weren't surprised. I think we were the only ones that weren't surprised. But yeah, this time of year is just so much fun. And seeing what the game of softball has become. Like, I think they hit the new attendance record last night for the first game session or whatever it was. But I'm like, that's amazing. Over 12,000 people going to watch college softball, like at its peak, at its, just really great and fun to see a game that we love is now being loved by so many people.
Yeah, very well said. That's great. Well, like in March Madness, when they show some of the great game-winning shots through the years, like Bryce Drew's shot, for Valpo, and they bring that out every year at March Madness. They should roll out that play, that game-winning bunt, the celebration of they should roll that out every year when the World Series rolls around. So certainly deserve it. They should. Exactly. We'll talk to ESPN about that. Well, y'all are great for your time. Thank you very much. Good memory. And I think you're both still really cool and fun to catch up with you and fun to reminisce about that great win. Holly, Jordan, thanks very much.
Thanks, John.
Yes. Thank y'all so much. Bye.
All right, let's see if we can do this. Brandon, if we can, let's run that clip one more time as we go to a break. We'll run the clip as of the game-winning bunt off the bat of Ari Hawkins, 8th inning. Baylor comes from 7-0 down to win over Kentucky, 8-7. I actually did that game with Derek Smith. Derek was doing play-by-play for Baylor softball then. I was there for Inside Baylor Sports and sat in with Derek. So we got to do that game together. It was really, really fun. The winning play was very over-modulated, as you might expect, Garrett. But exciting memory, really good memory. It was May 31st, 2014. Here's the clip again as we go to a break, thanks to Holly and to Jordan.
Trying to lay down the bunt with 2 strikes, and she does. And there's ricochet out into right field, and the Bears win it with a walk-off. 8 unanswered runs in the last 3 innings.
Bumblebee Blinds of Waco and Temple is your one-stop shop for custom window treatment, transforming your vision into reality. Choose from a selection of shades, blinds, shutters, and curtains. Bumblebee Blinds stands behind our service and products, ensuring peace of mind with our trusted warranty. Call Bumblebee Blinds today to schedule your design consultation. Bumblebee Blinds, simplifying window treatments one covering at a time. BumblebeeBlinds.com.
The Pete Souza Show, Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. You want to talk NFL draft? I don't know. How about we get you Todd McShay? You want to talk Big 12? We can get you the commissioner. Somebody about the Cowboys? How about we have on the owner, Stephen Jones? Pop culture? Michelle Beadle. I mean, we will bring on the people that you want to hear from. And these people don't join us because of me. They join us because of you. You got to watch this show, okay? It's got everything you need. Sports, hijinks, laughs. Did I mention hijinks? We'll see you on the Pete Souza Show. Now, we are under the 365 Sports umbrella. Check it out. I'm wearing a Tulane shirt. No idea why.
It's the Pete Souza Show. Sports.
Lake Waco Golf Club is a semi-private facility nestled along the north point of Lake Waco. One of the few facilities in Texas to have a full 18-hole regulation golf course as well as an executive 18-hole par 3 golf course. Plus, check out their bar and grill, which is open to the public. And if you're not a golfer, then enjoy time by the pool or even enjoy fishing around Lake Waco. Become a member today and call to book your tee time. Lake Waco Golf Club, where family and friends fun begins. Check them out at lakewacogc.com for more information.
Enjoy a quiet atmosphere with beautiful river views at the Brazos Landing, located in Waco along the Brazos River across from McLean Stadium. Enjoy homemade dishes like shrimp and grits, chicken piccata, braised short ribs, prime New York steaks, and more. Plus, enjoy a delicious dessert like creme brulee or key lime pie. Open for lunch and dinner Tuesday through Sunday. Brazos Landing in Waco, the only place where I-35 and the Brazos River meet.
Being stuck on the side of the road is stressful no matter what time it is. Tow King is here to help. A locally owned and operated family-run business, Tow King offers 24-hour emergency roadside assistance with trained operators and high-caliber equipment for damage-free towing. Tow King of Waco is a company you can count on. Call Tow King the next time you need help. Check them out on Facebook, and remember, slow down or move over.
It's the 2026 Heart of Texas Builders Association Parade of Homes, brought to you by the First National Bank of Central Texas. Tour a variety of homes at different price points, plus see the latest trends from beautiful kitchens to outdoor living spaces. See the latest colors and design patterns. This is your chance to walk through homes, meet the builders, and get inspiration for your own projects. The Heart of Texas Builders Association Parade of Homes, June 5th, 6th, and 7th, and June 13th and 14th. Tickets are available online or at any parade home. For more information, go to wacohomeparade.com.
We're celebrating the Declaration of Deals at Ellen Samuels in Waco. Right now, get $13,000 off a new Ram 1500 Lone Star, plus 2.9% for 72 months. Cash in on $13,000 off a new Ram 2500 Laramie Crew Cab, or choose 0% for 36 months, plus no payments for 90 days. Feel secure with America's best full-size truck powertrain 10-year, 100,000-mile limited warranty at Ellen Samuels.
Come by, let's be friends. David Willie here. I got a question for you. How do you know what kind of deal you're getting on your copier? If you really want to know, give me a call and I'll be glad to talk to you about it. CTWP, your only local copier company.
Alliance Bank Central Texas understands that banking is about people, from first accounts to business growth. They actively partner with Central Texas businesses and families to help meet their financial goals. A variety of online products and services make banking easy without compromising the personalized banking experiences they are known for. Customer-focused banking isn't just what they do, it's who they are. Alliance Bank Central Texas, serving Central Texas across 7 convenient locations and at alliancebanktexas.com. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender. And welcome back. Final segment, John Morris Show on this Friday, final segment of the week. Hope you have a great weekend planned ahead. Breaking news in the 9 a.m. hour. We don't often break news at 9 a.m., but the announcement came, the email officially announcing Jenny and Brad Fuller as the new assistant coaches for Baylor softball. So look forward to them being back, and it's going to be a welcome home for those two coming back to Baylor. Really fun. We'll get them on when they're back and settled, but they are the two new assistants on Glenn Moore's staff after the retirement of Hoot Jonigan and the stepping away of Brittany Newman. So Brad and Jenny Fuller, husband and wife team. Jenny's maiden name was Isham, Jenny Isham, if you remember her, pitcher, China Spring, MCC, and Baylor. Now back with Brad as the assistant coaches on Glenn Moore's staff. So fun to see that, and we welcome them back home to Central Texas. Birthdays today, it's a really good group. As I was looking through this list, May 29th, really good birthday list. It's Matt Simsky's birthday, former Baylor catcher. Matt, a lot of you know around town, he has worked with us on some baseball broadcasts also. So Little League coach, Little League dad. So happy birthday to Matt Simsky today. It is Earl Stinnett's birthday. Earl married to Maggie Stinnett, and happy birthday to Earl Stinnett Sr.
Jim Burleson's birthday today. Happy birthday to Jim. It's Carla Weathersby's birthday today. Better half, much better half of Byron Weathersby. So happy birthday to Carla. Was a Spirit Squad cheerleader, yell leader when she was here at Baylor. And a lot of folks know her around town. So happy birthday to Carla Weathersby. Quentin Iglehart Summers' birthday, member of the Baylor Athletics Hall of Fame, quarter miler at Baylor, here at, quarter miler U, but also pole vault U, Baylor. So happy birthday to Quentin Iglehart Summers. Tyler Bolden worked for a while at KWTX TV in sports. Happy birthday to Tyler. Where's he now? Let's see. Can't tell. His home is Midlothian, but I can't tell where he is now. Patrick Clancy's birthday. Patrick was with us in in video services at Baylor. Happy birthday to Patrick. And Chris Faulkner's birthday is today. Chris, Baylor grad, proud Baylor grad, worked with Baylor baseball when he was here, went on to work with, who was he with? The Broncos, I think. I think he went back home and worked with the Broncos. There was a time when Chris, working with the Broncos, and they won the Super Bowl, and his brother Colin, working with the Cubs, and they won the World Series, I think the same year. So the Faulkner brothers have done very well, and happy birthday to Chris Faulkner today from Denver, Colorado. Amin Korzal's birthday is today also. So good birthday list. Happy birthday to those folks. If I missed anyone, I apologize, but a great list for May the 29th. Happy birthday to all of them. All right, we're going to wrap things up, move out of here. Hope you have a great weekend ahead. Lord willing, we'll reconvene on Monday. When we're here on Monday, Garrett, it'll be June. The calendar will turn to June before the next time we talk, but that'll be coming up on Monday, so enjoy the weekend. Thanks to Brandon and Garrett behind the scenes. Thanks to Jordan Strickland Oestreich, who was with us. Thanks to Holly Holl Najvar, who was with us. Reminiscing, and remembering very fondly that comeback for the ages for Baylor softball as they came from 7-0 down to beat Kentucky in the Women's College World Series. That was 12 years ago this Sunday, the 31st, May 31st. 2014 was that day. Great to catch up with them. We appreciate their time. We appreciate you very much. And we are brought to you every day of the week. We appreciate Alliance Bank Central Texas and the Brazos Landing. Have a great weekend. We'll talk on Monday. Alliance Bank Central Texas understands that banking is about people. From first accounts to business growth, they actively partner with Central Texas businesses and families to help meet their financial goals. A variety of online products and services make banking easy without compromising the personalized banking experiences they are known for. Customer-focused banking isn't just what they do, it's who they are. Alliance Bank Central Texas, serving Central Texas across 7 convenient locations and at alliancebanktexas.com. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
Enjoy a quiet atmosphere with beautiful river views at the Brazos Landing, located in Waco along the Brazos River across from McLean Stadium. Enjoy homemade dishes like shrimp and grits, chicken piccata, braised short ribs, prime New York steaks, and more. Plus, enjoy a delicious dessert like creme brulee or key lime pie. Open for lunch and dinner Tuesday through Sunday. Brazos Landing in Waco, the only place where I-35 and the Brazos River meet.
At DeCampley's Italian Ristorante, we are committed to providing an authentic Italian experience. Through exceptional service, delicious food, and a family environment, we want our guests to create memories that they will want to share with their family and friends. Open for lunch and dinner Monday through Saturday, closed on Sundays. Make your reservation today. Check us out on Facebook and at decamplys.com.
Spring
Spring has sprung, and now's a great time to schedule a checkup for your vehicle. As Texas weather changes, it's important to make sure you and your loved ones are safe on the road. Request an appointment online at CompleteCarCareCenter.com today. We're equipped to handle all major and minor repairs on your vehicle. Our experienced technicians can check the health of your tires and inspect your vehicle for any unseen issues. Kish Complete Car Care Center at 5300 Franklin, where we take pride in keeping individuals safe honestly.